Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on the Road Builder YouTube channel. Today we're going to be going over how to make like an egg holder, whatever you want to call it. This was suggested in the suggestions on my Discord, and people want to learn how to make it. So let me go ahead and get this little gun out the way. I'll just move it. Oh, I forgot a shell. Yikes. If you guys want to see how I made this gun and how that building competition went between myself and Funky Squad, where we both had to make shotguns, go ahead and check out, I think maybe the second to last video. Like, not the most recent, but it's getting close, all right? Anyways, today we're going to hop on in and show you guys how to build the egg incubator. I think that's what they're called. And they're mainly used in simulator games, but I'm sure there's plenty other uses for whatever you need it for. So, there's a lot of different ways to do this. How I'm going to do it is a very, very simple way. We're going to start with a cube. Let me make sure I'm in solid mode, not material preview, okay? And we're going to start with a cube, and then we're going to press S and Z, which is going to scale it like just like long or like make it shorter. So we're going to just do this, go press tab, that's going to go into edit mode, and then we're going to press Control B, which is beveling the edges. Now, you can use your scroll wheel to make this more or less, depending how rounded you want. I do pretty low poly stuff, so I'm not going to go much more than this. I think that looks pretty good right there. And I'm going to duplicate this by pressing Shift D. I'll just move this one up a little bit, and then I'm going to duplicate it again by pressing Shift D one more time and move it up quite a bit. Right here is where your egg will go. Now, we're going to press Shift A, Mesh, and Cube, spawn another one of these, S to scale it down, and then we're going to make it come right in here. Scale it down just a little bit more. There we go. And then if we wanted to, we can like exactly line it up. So S, Z, and just make it so it's only really minimally inside the other objects, and you could go through and make it perfect if you absolutely wanted to, but that's not something I really need to do right now. We're going to go to our line select mode and shift click on all the 4 lines, press Control B so we have that bevel on these as well. I don't think I need as harsh of a bevel, maybe something like this, and then we will scale this guy back up so it's a little bit different, guys. You don't want everything to look exactly the same. So we're going to do that, and then we'll do Shift D on this piece, drag it up, and then SZ, which will fill in this area right here. And then you can go ahead and add stuff to make it look a little bit more unique to you. Now, there's plenty of ways to do this, guys. You definitely don't need to be following this tutorial step by step. This is just one of the ways that I fancy doing it. So we'll go something like this. Now we have a little bit of a oval type shape instead of something flat. And then even down here, if we wanted to loop cut, oh, I'm sorry, that's Control R to do loop cuts like that. Just Control R and you'll see this thing pop up. If you want to do that, maybe down here we can go like inwards, so it's, you know, a little bit different, a little something cool. And then if we want to texture this in Blender, we sure can. Let me go ahead and make the pieces that are going to be the same color one piece by holding Shift and clicking on them, and then I'm going to press Control J. There we go, and this will be different colors. We'll keep this as a separate piece to color in Studio, but now let's get into texturing. So you're going to want to head over to UV editing, and I have this little color palette. It's from another YouTuber. His name's like Infazema or something. I'm not exactly sure how to say it, but if you would like this, there is a link in my Discord server in the Dev Resources tab. So all you're going to want to do is grab what you want to texture in object mode. To switch between the two modes, you just press tab, but we want to texture these first, so we're going to press tab, then we're going to press 1, which is going to give us this front orthographic view. I am going to switch it real quick to a different side so we don't have the gun in the background, just so I don't distract anybody. We're going to press A, and that selects all the vertices, and then if we press U, we could project from view. What this is going to let us do is just see it exactly how we're looking at it, and for me, it helps a lot with texturing. Now for this, we're not really going with gradients or anything like that, so all we have to do is go over here, press A to select everything, S for scale, and then press 0. That's going to make everything just one little dot, and you could press G to grab it and move it wherever you want it. Now, these will all be different colors. You could definitely color them in Studio if you don't want to have them as like one piece mesh. And this will still have to be more than one piece because I'll be making the part the egg goes, I'll be making that black. Or I mean glass, my bad. So for this, we're going to just go like this kind of a gray color because why not? we're going to click on new, base color, click this circle, go to image texture, and then there will be this little image thing, and you have to click on whatever texture you have loaded up. Now we have this, and we'll go ahead and click our next piece. Make sure we're in a straight on look at it. We can press A, then U, project from view. We have this guy. Now, however you want to scale this, like say you wanted this to have more colors, you could do S, X, like you could stretch it however you want to on this, and it's not going to affect your mesh. This is literally just to get the colors for it, so keep that in mind. But for this guy, I guess we could do like this kind of a purpley color. That looks kind of cool, and a slight gradient on it. New image texture, boom, click on this guy, there we go. And then in Studio, we'll go ahead and make this glass. Now, one more thing I like to do before exporting is just grab all of this stuff. We're going to shade smooth. Now, some people like the look of this. I personally am not the biggest fan. Now we're going to grab each of these, go to this little triangle thing, normals, and auto smooth, and just do that for each individual section. There we go. Now we have some of our edges back, but still pretty smooth overall. And for me, I just like it a lot better. And you can also change the angle of this to make it more or less smooth, but 30 is a pretty good number. It works for most things. So there we go. Now if you see, we have 3 separate objects, so we're going to grab all of those, go up here to File, Export as FBX. Make sure you have selected objects right here turned on, and then Export FBX. Alright, now you just hop into your little game file place, go over here to Asset Manager, click the bulk import icon, find your mesh, click on import, and then apply all. You'll see your things spawning in right over here, and it's going to just check them, make sure they're acceptable to Roblox, not over 10,000 triangles. Sometimes you'll get no vertices found. I do have a video on how to fix all those issues if that is something you're looking for. Now, as you can see, the texture is already on the mesh. If the texture is not on the mesh for you, make sure you upload your texture image onto Roblox as a decal, and then you'll be a-okay, 100% good to go. Now, I do want to make this kind of that same purple color, bring the transparency down, and then change it to glass. All right, and transparency can probably come back up just a little bit. So something like this, guys. I think this would look super dope in a simulator. And if you don't want the texture and you want to like maybe make another color of this, all good. You could just duplicate it and then remove the texture ID, which you didn't have to put a texture on it in the first place if you planned on, you know, making more of them. But now you could just change all the colors in Studio. So you could just go through and get whatever colors you want, guys. Just like this. Boom, perfect. And real quick, just as a little bonus for the people who stayed to the end of this video, I'm going to quickly show you guys how to make an egg, just in case you don't know, because I do feel like it is relevant to what we're doing here. So Shift A, mesh, go to UV sphere, okay, press tab to get into edit mode, go to your vertice select, click on the top vertice right here, press 1, and go into your orthographic view from the front. Then you're going to turn on this little button right here. If you don't see the button, just press O on your keyboard, press G, and scroll this just a little bit, and there we go, guys. Now we have an egg, shade smooth, auto smooth. There we go, guys. Egg is all done. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did and you want to see more, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.